Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for 2024. I don't know why I almost forgot, but there you go. We're going to jump right in here. You have this antelope spirit says life is speeding up. Love that. You have this brown bear spirit says take time out. So yeah, things are moving quickly. So make sure to stop and smell the roses is what that's saying to me. But yeah, I think things are moving in moving and grooving is what I'm getting here. Moving in new directions. Look at this, a lot of success. I knew this was going to happen for you, Leo. So, I think this is going to be a very good year for you. Of course, as I've said to everyone, I think we're in a time of work. So it's like nothing is just gonna magically happen for you. But definitely seems to be a better year. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I didn't think that it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to necessarily be bad. I just didn't think that it was gonna, show up as being amazing. So, yeah, everybody's had really good readings this year. And, again, that does not mean things are gonna be perfect. That does not mean that nothing bad is gonna happen or anything like that. But it just means that there's good energy to work with. And if you work with it, you're gonna see results, right? So you have these Six of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. The other thing I've noticed is a bunch of people getting two aces. So, again, really could be a year of new beginnings, moving on to bigger and better things with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. But the thing about the Six of Swords is that this woman and this child in this boat, they're leaving everything behind them behind. And how weird is this? I just realized I didn't put down a last card. So that's weird, but let's do that right now. There you go, 3 aces now. So that makes the reading even a little bit better. But there's clearly some sort of new beginning coming in for you. I see like a lot of shuffling going on in my head for you where you're like shuffling a lot of things around. That could literally be your time, that could be your time, your effort, your energy. It's like there's a lot of moving pieces, but this is like not a bad thing. I think this is a good thing. It's like, you're doing things differently. I even see in like work or business, if you do have work or business, like a lot of, moving around, but it's like you're going to be doing some like new things and getting rid of some old things and, doing some new ideas and getting rid of some old ideas. And again, I think it really clearly is going to work. It's like you're building and leaving a legacy. You have the Ten of Pentacles. I think that Leo feels best when they're building and leaving a legacy in the first place, providing security for other people, right? And by that, I mean your family. So a lot of you could definitely be having those feelings of like wanting to protect your family, but not like protect, but, this could be like financially, you wanting to support your family, wanting to help your family. Or if you're wanting to have a family, you could be thinking about these things as well. If you don't have love, this definitely is a very good love reading. The readings have been really good for love this year. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in a connection. So there could definitely be a very strong type of connection coming in for you. It could be very fulfilling as well with the Ten of Pentacles. Love it. You have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is, of course, a card of inspiration or being inspired to do something. It's my favorite card in the tarot. It's like the spark of life, spark of inspiration. So if you're feeling inspired to move in new directions or to take a leap of faith, I would definitely do that, especially with the Fool showing up here as well. It's like I feel like you're being called to take some sort of leap of faith, and you're being called to leave something in the past as well. There's this crumbling castle here. The Ace of Wands represents out with the old, in with the new. And so I feel there's like new stuff, new ideas coming in for you. And as I always say to you, Leo, because someone always asks, no, this does not mean you have to leave your relationship that is positive, or no, this does not mean you have to leave your business that is working, right? What we're talking about here is maybe you're making some upgrades to your relationship or your business, or you're trying new things in your relationship or your business. It could be that. With the Six of Swords, you have this concentration card. What's super interesting about this card is that there are 6 swords up at the top here. Or actually, there might be 7. Never mind. So I can't count. So for some reason, I thought there were 6. But, I do feel that this is saying that you need to concentrate on things that bring more fulfillment into your life, because you go to the Ace of Wands here. I feel like this is about like conservation of energy is what this is saying in my head for some reason. It's basically saying, are you... be careful of the things that waste your time and, put more energy into things that feed you more energy, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, you have this risk card. Yeah, you have the Fool. I would definitely say, I personally think that it's a good time to take risks. The risk of putting yourself out there, the risk of, starting that business or starting that YouTube channel or doing something that you wanted to do. So, I'm a big fan of risk. I also feel there are like people that are going to come help you. So like if you are taking a risk to start a business or, to move or travel or get into a relationship, I feel there's a lot of support that could be coming in for you. So don't be afraid to like lean on the support. With the Ace of Wands, you have this birth card. Again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. Every single person, I kid you not, almost every single sign has had this in the Empress. You don't have the Empress, but you have this, and you have the World card, which is also a birth card. So again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. But what I would say is everybody has also had multiple aces. You have 3. The aces can just represent new beginnings or starting something new. So I'm wondering if we're just in it, this year is gonna like encourage people to start something new or to birth that idea that they've had for years into the world, or to start that business or whatever the case may be. I would do it with the birth card for sure. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this fire card. It says reckless action leads to conflict. So don't be, I would think things through this year. You have the Sphinx card. It says choose your words carefully. Yeah, it might be a good year to watch your words, right? Of course, I would never encourage anyone to censor themselves, but, it might be a good year to kind of like know when to say what and what to say. Might also be a good year to like read between the lines. Like what are people saying that they're not saying, right? Like what are those, silent things that people are saying with their actions, or, or what can you read between the lines? Again, it might be a good year to really just pay attention to the in-between, the things that people don't say, or what are their actions showing and all that other stuff, because it could save you a lot of pain, or it could lead to an opportunity as well. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. You have the Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the 2 of Cups. The Ace of Cups is, of course, your emotions overflowing, a lot of happiness coming in for you. I do feel there's like a lot of joy and happiness and coming into your life here. With the Ace of Wands, it just seemed, I don't really, there's a ton of love here, don't get me wrong, right? But is this the love offer? I would say no. I just think that intuitively, I'm just getting that I feel there's a lot of stuff that is making your emotions overflow. Maybe you're feeling more emotional this year, but again, I think this is like fulfillment, so, it would be positive emotions. You have 3 aces, so any new opportunities that come your way, I would definitely jump on those opportunities. You have the Fool here. Definitely something new. You're doing something new in the world is what this is saying to me. Fool to the world. Don't be afraid to be a contrarian either. The Fool is a contrarian. He does things in his own way. He, has an idea for his life, and, it's like that's the direction he moves in, like whatever direction he wants. He's not afraid to be different or unique, or, to kind of march to the beat of his own drum. And, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you are maybe doing something like different or unique. You even have the 2 of Cups here. This, of course, could be love, which we'll talk about. But the 2 of Cups is you and your higher self. And these 2 people are meant to look very different. They come from 2 different worlds. And I don't know, it's kind of popping into my head that it's like you could be doing something with your life, or, you could be taking action on things, or you could just be choosing to live your life in an unconventional way. And, I feel that's exactly what you should do. It's like, I would just do it. There is no answer here. I think that it's just saying, if you have like unique ideas for how to live, then just try it and see what happens. I also do feel you could be attracting someone who's different than your usual type if you are looking for a relationship. Again, these 2 are meant to look very different, but I would say that it works, whatever it is. So, I wouldn't even worry about it if it's like a different person or a different type of person, or, whatever the case may be. So, let's see here. With the Ace of Cups, you have this inheritance card here. I feel like you're like inheriting good ideas as well. Some of you could be getting inheritance. You have the 10 of Pentacles also. But obviously, someone always asks me, like, I don't know anyone that's died. Am I getting an inheritance? Probably not, right? It's like, obviously, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But if you don't know someone that has passed away that could leave you an inheritance, then no, probably not. But I do feel you could be inheriting ideas. I also feel like you could be inheriting a person. We go this way. You have the Lovers here. You have the World. You have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, to me, can be an offer of marriage. And, it's kind of weird. I just feel that some of you could almost be inheriting a person that it's like maybe, like, I don't think this is true, by the way. I'm just giving you an example here. It's almost like this person was like with another person that they were supposed to be with, and like that person screwed up. So it's almost like you're getting someone's screw up, but it's like they're not the screw up. The person that screwed them over is a screw up. You're getting like a lump of gold here. I feel like something really good. With the Fool, You have this the independence card. Definitely, I think that you need to be independent in the sense of your plans, your ideas, your goals, your wishes, your dreams. They're not going to make sense to other people, apparently, this year, and I would do them anyway. You're going to look like a genius in the future when you're right. With the Two of Cups, you have this control card, two world cards, basically, right here. So I kind of feel like you're in control of your own reality, of course. I think we all are. At this time, but I think it's going to come through creation. The world card, she has these two wands in her hands, and those two wands kind of represent the fact that she can manifest something with kind of law of attraction with her thoughts, but she also does the work. The other wand says that she manifests with action. She manifests by doing something to manifest what she's trying to manifest, if that makes sense. She starts working towards it. So I kind of feel like you are in that position of doing both. You have this Juno card, it says partnership on it, and you have this transit card, it says climate on it. Yeah, I feel like, again, it's a really good time for love for you, clearly, so you really could be attracting a very solid connection, something that really just, works. I feel like you're attracting a person that you find each other equally as attractive as well. You have that Queen of Wands, so I feel there's a lot of desire here. I feel like it's very easy. It's also interesting to me that, I kind of feel like you're attracting a person who's been through a lot. It's like you're both the same. It's like you can go through a lot and have a chip on your shoulder, right? I'm sure you've all met people like that have been through a lot, but they're just jerks after going through a lot. Or you can go through a lot and you can go the other direction where it's like you rise above it, you integrate the lessons, and then you don't need to learn them anymore. And it's almost like that you are attracting an ideal person because you are an ideal person, because you have integrated these lessons and the things that you've learned and all that other stuff, right? So it's almost like there's no work to be done on this future relationship that could be coming in for you. Some of you could already be in this relationship I'm getting, or you're about to be. I feel this could be happening very quickly. And of course, I want to stress that there is always work to be done. But, I kind of feel that this is something that just works in a lot of ways. And it could be another fire sign, because I think I just said this to Aries. Or it could be a person who has Aries in their chart or something I'm getting. So, something to think about. But, again, don't ask people what their sign is on the first date. Wait until at least the third date. The crazy should come out 3 dates in, right? Don't drop the astrology on date one. Most people nowadays avoid that anyway. You have the Queen of Wands, very attractive at this time. So, definitely could be attracting people into your life. The Queen of Wands is about kind of moving towards the sun. She has that sunflower which points towards the sun, and I feel like there's a lot of joy and happiness coming in for you in chasing happiness. It's not like you're chasing happiness. I feel like you're just working on it. You're putting in the work. You have the World here. The World is, of course, a card of accomplishments. You have this Control card, which is like the World card in the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. So I feel like you could be kind of having some achievements in your life, or you're having some sort of success, or you're creating some sort of success in your life. And it's something that makes you very happy as well, as what I'm getting with the World energy here. You have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly for the first time. She has clouds halfway up her body, and she has her hand out, but her sword up. It's like she has her hand out. She's willing to receive something, but she's also kind of cautiously optimistic. So, I feel like some of you are kind of, cautiously optimistic at this time, or it's like you are, it's like you're waiting for something to come into your life, or you're hoping that something comes into your life. And, but I also feel like you're cautiously optimistic. See here, you have this offer right here, the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that just has potential. And of course, the problem with potential is it's just potential. Potential means nothing. It just means that you have to put work into it to make it happen. So it's almost like there's a big opportunity coming in for you. And if you put the work in, it's going to be very successful. But let's see. With the Queen of Wands, you have this patience card. I feel like you've been very patient. It's like you have been very patient. I feel like the universe is rewarding you for your patience, especially in love. If you want it, definitely could be a solid person coming in this year. Look, Leo, Taurus right here. Could be a Taurus. You always get Taurus. If you don't want a Taurus, I don't need to hear about it. Stay single, or I guess what? It's also a general reading, so it could be any freaking sign that's coming in for you. Plain and simple. But what I would say here is I feel like you've been patient. It's like you're being rewarded. It could be an earth sign. With the World, you have the Submission card. There's something you need to escape from, something that's keeping you stuck. And it's not even like you have to escape from it. I feel that it's like you have to expand it. It's like maybe I don't know. I don't have a good example, Leo, but, maybe you have like a certain identity and you need to expand that identity to include more. It's like I have this tarot channel. I'm also doing my Chris Rec channel this year, talking about like motivation and all the other stuff that I like to talk about, right? It's like related to tarot, but it's like expanding what I talk about. I don't know. Does that make sense? To me, this just looks like you're setting yourself free by kind of broadening your audience, but this does not have to be social media. I'm just using that as an example. This could be, you are getting out in public more. It could be that maybe you have a business and you're talking about your business more. It could have to do with your health. Maybe you're doing more to improve your health. Maybe you've just been walking and now you're going to start lifting weights or something like that. It's like there's more going on here. That's a feeling I get here. I know that makes no sense, but there you go. With the Queen of Swords, you have this publicity card. Yes, I would be trying to get as much attention as you possibly can. This is a Leo card, by the way, Jupiter and Leo. Anything you can do to expand, grow, get attention on the things that you're working on, all that is just going to lead to just so much more like success and abundance and good stuff. Love it. Next, in the area of the good stuff, it doesn't matter what comes up here. It's going to be good no matter what. You have this old woman card. It says sadness, female on it. Again, it's showing up in the good stuff, so I don't think there is sadness here. I feel like you could be coming out of the cold. Doesn't matter what gender you are. You have this tree. It says stability and growth. Yes, I feel like there is a lot of stability and growth coming in for you, or something is growing really, really nicely for you in your life. And I feel like something's leading to a lot of stability as well. So this could be a love connection that is very stable, like I said. I also feel like I have something weird popping into my head, like someone is going to ask you to move with them or something like that. And it's funny because you have this fulfillment card on the bottom of this deck, and there's a boat on it, and it just like kept popping into my head. So, it's like you have the world card here as well. It's like you could be meeting a person. It's like, I'm not saying this is going to happen like today, but it's going to, like, I think you maybe get with a person and maybe they're like moving in the future and they're going to ask you to move with them. This could be you. Like, you could be moving in the future and you could be meeting a person who you're going to ask to move with you. And I don't know, it's popping into my head, but I feel like either way, it's a yes, and it's probably going to work out really well. Obviously, that's not going to be true for all of you. You have the Hermit showing up here. You need to get more attention on something, or there's something that you're holding back on, or you need to expand your voice, especially if you have a business. I would definitely say that, we're in the time of social media. So if you don't have social media for your business, then you're crazy. And, again, there could be a lot of success coming in for you. It's like, I once heard a person say, trust me, I get tons of comments from people that are like, well, I have a business and I don't want a social media. Social media is toxic, blah, blah, blah. And, I once heard a person say, do you want to be rich or do you want to be right? So, that's the question that's popping into my head right now, Leo. Do you want to be rich or do you want to be right? And there are plenty of people that say it's not all about the money. And those people are always broke losers. So don't listen to those people anyway, right? Because if it's not all about the money and it's easy to make, then go make a bunch of money and change the world, right? To me, as far as I'm concerned, we should be out here hitting the streets, making as much money as we possibly can so that we can do good things with it, because there's a lot of evil bastards right now that are doing bad stuff with it. So, again, for that to change, we have to change it. It's not going to just magically change, right? So there you go. I'm on Team Human, not Team Eat Bugs and Live in a Box like they want us to do. So, there you go. But what I would say here is it's time for you to shine. Time for you to get out in the world and get a bunch of attention and, kind of like share your ideas with the world as well. It could be really a time for you to shine, Leo, is kind of what I'm thinking. You have the Lovers, so clearly this whole entire reading was talking about love. If you don't want love, this could also just be something that you will love, because the Lovers was traditionally just a card of the crossroads, having a choice to make. And I feel for a lot of you, that it's like you could have a new path or a new choice to make in your life, and I would pick that new path, mostly because of this right here. Clearly, this new path is going to lead to, abundance, success, happiness, growth, but it's just something that has potential, and again, I think that's the scariest part about it for you, is the potential aspect. It's like not set in stone, but I think the Ace of Pentacles, it's showing up in the good stuff, number one. And number two, it's like the more you work on something, whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, the more successful it'll become. You have the Hermit. You have this, with the Hermit, you have this Convention card. I keep saying that I do not like convention right now. Convention is the way things have always been done. So I would be opening up to all ways of doing things, like whatever it is you work on, do, or create in your life. I would just be open to, new ways of doing things, plain and simple. But it is showing up in the good stuff. So it kind of says, like, what has been working will continue to work. With the Lovers, you have this Exaltation card. Are you kidding me? Another Taurus card, by the way. And also, so again, it wouldn't surprise me if you're meeting a person who has Taurus in their chart, or Earth. in their chart. That again, this is like a divinely guided connection that's coming in for you for sure. With the Ace of Pentacles, are you kidding? You have my favorite card, this Devotion card. Like, how cute is that? This, like, bird is grieving the loss of its lover here, and it's like, till death do us part. You have two cards. You have the Juno card, which has two parrots on it, and, like, parrots mate for life, so definitely, and most birds do in general, so, what I would say here is that I feel for a lot of you, this could be a very solid connection coming in for you. If you do not want love, I would say this is something that you're working on that is like, that is going to be devoted to you. That is going to support you in your family, or this could just be you, just supporting, family or people who matter to you. You have this cat card. It says a two-faced friend. I don't know what is going on at this time, but I would be very careful of people like doing things behind your back. If you feel something is off with a person, I would trust that feeling and look into it and don't just like let things slide, You have this bird flying card. It says news is on the way. I feel this is communication from a person. If you want a person, I feel you could be communicating with them and just talking about communication. There's like some sort of offer. You have the star. It says guaranteed success. Like I said, definitely a very good year. Pretty simple reading. You have this harp. It says great happiness on it. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. You do have that risk card, though. So it's like there might be a risk that you have to take to have your 10 of Pentacles. Could be putting yourself out there, approaching a person, talking to a person. Could be anything, but, looks really good. You have this hammock card. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. Maybe you need a vacation. I would also say that pretty much every single person has had something about like watching their health or just like not overdoing it. So, make sure that to, balance things out. But damn, this looks like a really good reading here, Leo. I love it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your year.